Homelessness is much more than meets the eye. People experiencing homelessness could be couch surfing, living out of their vehicle, or even fleeing domestic violence. That's where Oasis shelter in Curry County comes in. It provides a home for domestic and sexual violence survivors. NBC5's Blakely McHugh introduces us to a woman who had to leave her home and her marriage to find safety for herself and her children.
She told me, I love my daddy, but I don't love my daddy with you. And so my 4-year-old just told me that. You have to do something.
It was nearly a year and a half ago that Kimberly left her home and her marriage for good, but it wasn't easy.
I kept feeling bad because I had kids with them. I wasn't working. I was a stay-at-home mom, and my kids wanted their dad. So I kept going back.
When Kimberly married her now ex-husband, she gave up her apartment, her job, even her own bank account. She felt stuck with a man who she says financially, mentally, emotionally, and physically abused her.
I had to ask for any little thing instead of being able just to go out and so it was always, it's my money, go get a job, and then I'd be like, okay, and then I was told I couldn't get a job, so it was financial, emotional, mental, and who else is going to want you? You're stupid, you're this, you're that, you're pregnant and you have a kid, nobody else is going to want you.
She left once and went to the Oasis shelter in Curry County. But after the father of her children convinced her he would change, she decided to give it another shot.
I wound up remarrying him like an idiot. And within 2 days, I was on the phone with Oasis saying, I'm a freaking idiot. I just remarried him, and he's already back to the same crap.
She packed up her stuff and left, deciding being homeless was better than the alternative.
Every time we have a new client come into the shelter, they're considered homeless. If they've left their home, even if it's still their home but they had to leave, they've become homeless. And they come here to help bridge the gap between being homeless and being independent, and we help them do that.
The Oasis shelter helps people get back on their feet after leaving a domestic or sexual violence situation. They're giving people the tools to regain their independence and start a life free from abuse.
Like, their services actually help. I didn't think so at first. I was like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. You don't understand. But they did. And it finally sank through. Now,
thanks to the help of Oasis, Kimberly is in an apartment with her kids, and her ex-husband is behind bars. In Curry County, Blakely McHugh, NBC5 News.
Blakely, thanks. Lee Seavey says on average it can take 5 or 6 tries before domestic violence victims actually leave their abuser. She says many times people stay with them because there are children involved or because they can't afford to leave.